Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on Legends of Tomorrow's Season 4. So they actually released a mid-season Sizzle reel trailer thing, which we will watch right now. So yeah, let's watch it.
When the world needs heroes, they answer the call.
We should have done the crossover.
Yeah. People need franchise superheroes to feel safe.
Who needs the Trinity anyway? The Legends are super enough.
I'm Steel, you're the Atom. There is nothing we cannot handle.
Rally the troops, we are going to Mexico.
Let's prepare ourselves to wrestle!
This isn't playtime, you twits. Neron is using fear to open up the gates of hell.
Great, we're toast.
Prepare for the worst, Sarah Lance. Down here, they twist a man's soul until he's no longer human.
Attention. The store will be closing in 5 minutes.
This is insane.
You bet your ass it is.
My friends and I here are time travelers. We've kidnapped Nixon and we're headed to Disney World.
I am the captain of an RV and it is all your fault.
This has been one disaster after another, and I really think that this time we are totally screwed.
Haven't we been tortured enough?
Wait a sec, is this a Bollywood musical number?
They said this was a superhero show.
All right, then. Let's raise some hell.
In 3, 2,
Okay.
1.
The fight is on!
Everyone remain calm!
Now this is what I call a bloody good show.
So that trailer, it's a mid-season Sizzle trailer. I don't know, it's a mouthful, but I think that's what it's called. I think it's the next 3 episodes, maybe 4, but I want to say it's the next 3 episodes or so smushed into a trailer. I think we can, from that trailer, we can definitely, narrow it down to it's at least 3 episodes, but it could maybe be 4, it could be 5, it could be 8, because there's 8 more episodes left for the season, so maybe it's 8, but I'm going to say it's probably 3, but maybe 4. But speaking of, mid-season and its return, Legends does return in a few days, in 2 or 3 days from when this video will go out. It comes back on April 1st, April Fool's Day. I mean, typical, I think we've mentioned this before. Now, Legends will be airing when Arrow was on, so when Arrow actually comes back from their break, they will air after Legends. So on Monday American time, we'll have Legends, and then Arrow, straight on into the finales. And yeah, so Legends won't have any breaks if you're worrying. They've already had this massive break. They've had a ridiculously long break, so they're going straight to their finale like the other shows are when they come back from their breaks. And I think the finale is on May 22nd, which is actually the week after Flash and Arrow end. And for those that are wondering, Legends wrapped filming 2 months ago as well. So, it's a long time coming, Legends coming back, because they finished filming ages ago. Which makes me think that maybe that trailer could have had a lot of footage in it, but I'm going to say it's 3 episodes. Now, we will do a synopsis, but we'll just go over the one for episode 9, which is, the episode in 3 days' time, because that's relevant. Now, this episode is entitled Lucha de Apuestas. I'm Australian, we don't do Spanish down here, so I gave it a good go, I think, so don't have a go at me in regards to my Spanish pronunciation. But here is a synopsis for that episode. When the Legends hear that Mona has let a fugitive go, they must head to 1961 Mexico City to clean up her mess. Mona tries to convince the Legends and the Bureau that the people are responsible for releasing the fugitive were some mysterious men in black and not her. With no evidence to back up her theory, the Legends must decide if they should trust her and go against the Bureau. Meanwhile, Nate and Zari go on a recon mission to find out what Hank might be hiding from everyone. But yeah, we start off the trailer by getting a bit of a meme piece, which will be interesting to see what context it is actually used in within an actual episode. But we do see Supergirl, Green Arrow, and the Flash aboard the Wave Rider. We haven't seen all of them there since Crisis on Earth X. However, it ain't the Supergirl, Green Arrow, and Flash that we are used to. Instead, we have Sarah as Supergirl, Nate as Green Arrow, and goddamn Gary as the Flash. And I must say, Sarah looks good as Supergirl, Nate looks pretty decent as Green Arrow, and Gary, well, Gary, mate, don't quit your day job. Now, later in the trailer, there's actually a part where we see lots of people gathered with, like, some of them wearing, like, superhero merchandise, like shirts and stuff like that. And that continues, like, within a circus ring or, like, big top of some sort. So it seems that the Legends will be putting on, like, a superhero show of sorts in a circus-like environment. It is hard to tell. There was a poster that had Supergirl, Flash, and Green Arrow on it, and it said Heroes vs. Monsters. I think that's what it said. It gets cut off by the trailer, but just from having a guess at what it says, I think it said Heroes vs. Monsters. So it could be the heroes versus the monsters and creatures from the Time Bureau. Regardless of what it is, I am definitely looking forward to this episode. I mean, it looks so stupid and silly, but also amazing. That's just like the perfect formula for Legends. So definitely sign me up for that one. Also, it was actually funny that there is a kid in the crowd who says, they said this was a superhero show, or, you know, something like that, as people do complain that Legends of Tomorrow is a DC Comics property with minimal actual superhero content, especially in comparison to, like, seasons 1 and 2 of the show. So that seems like it could be the writers trying to, like, cram in a subtle floss or dab to people who say that, you know, that watch the show. Now, we do see a decent amount from the episode that will be kicking off the back half of Legends Season 4, which was the episode that the description we went over was from. Now, I don't really know what the Mexican wrestling will have to do with the episode. Not sure if it's just going to be a bit of a meme and gimmick for the episode, or if there will be some form of, like, magical creature tied to them, such as the fugitive that it says that Mona let go. I think this wrestler that's in, like, the black and red sort of getup looks a bit, you know, monsterish. I think his teeth looked a bit weird and his eyes looked a bit weird, so that could be him. But regardless of the specifics of this mission to Mexico, one little Easter egg I would like to see is that one of the wrestler masks looks like Bane's mask. That would be pretty cool. So let's hope we get something like that. Like, Mark Guggenheim is still involved with Legends and he loves those little Easter eggs, so maybe he slips one of them into this episode. We can wish, I guess. Now, we do get a new look at Desmond with that, is it like typophobia, like trichophobia, whatever that, what's it, like the phobia, like holes and stuff, like people can't look at sponges and like pomegranates and stuff like that. It's like a phobia. Basically, this is the creature of their nightmares, because even I don't even have that phobia, and I look at him going like, oh, not the best look. But anyway, we get a look at Desmond, who is also Neron due to, like, the whole Bond thing. And as we found out earlier this season, Desmond made a deal with Neron that he could bind with him in exchange for Constantine's life. So Constantine would stay alive and would live on. But in order for John or Constantine to send Neron back after finding all of this out, Desmond actually had to go with Neron back to Hell as well due to that bond. And, well, now, as we can see, Desmond is back. Neron has only been mentioned a couple of times this season. I think only twice to be precise. But we know that Constantine is terrified of Neron to the point that we saw what Constantine did to the timeline in, like, an attempt to not having to come up against him. And we also heard that, you know, that fairy godmother from, I think it was episode 2, I think, also say that she would rather face Hell than, you know, annoy Neron. And Neron, if you want to know, was like the thing that was attacking Constantine back in episode 1 and stuff like that. Now, Neron was actually the top choice for who the villain could be this season. Like, he was at the top of most lists, seeing that he is a top Constantine villain. And it did seem that they would go for one of his villains for this season, seeing the whole, like, supernatural aspect of the season. So it will be interesting to see how he turns out at the end of the season and whether we see him in another form other than Desmond. There is a shot of, like, an older dude sprouting some pretty mad demonic wings, which could possibly be Neron taking another form. Like, Neron has wings as well in some cases, or this could just be another creature that we deal with this season. But these wings are pretty cool, like, they're pretty big, so I'd like to think that maybe Neron takes control of him as well. But as I said, if this is footage from, like, the next 2 to 3 episodes, maybe that's a bit too soon to be swapping from Desmond to someone else, but who knows. But Neron isn't the only Constantine villain we actually see in the trailer. We see the familiar and welcoming face. Okay, maybe not welcoming, but anyway, we do see Nergal a couple of times in the trailer. Still pretty sure these are just the same shots from Constantine Season 1 being used again. There might be a couple, like, there might be like 1 or 2 new ones, but anyway, they look the same, but who cares? Anyway, we see him a couple of times again. Obviously, Constantine is, like, still deals with the whole Astra ordeal. Sorry from his show. It's brought up again this season. So when you add that to the whole Desmond Neron situation, Constantine definitely has a lot on his shoulders. Obviously, Nergal was brought about initially by Constantine in order to perform the exorcism on Astra, but obviously that's before he messed up and then sentenced her to her hell cell, if you want to call it. So it could be a possibility that Constantine has some interactions with Nergal this season in order to maybe fix the whole Desmond Neron issue. I think that could make sense. Maybe it doesn't. Let me know. But that could be the reason he comes back into this season. I don't know. We do have Sarah in this like megastore nightmare, underworld, devil, hell sort of experience, dreamscape thing. I know it's weird. I have no clue what exactly is going on here. The only thing of note that will be interesting and should actually be pretty funny is this part here where we see Sarah running past this like stock room and stuff. And there are all these various boxes that are different models of Ava. Now, from what I can see, I think there is like a personal trainer Ava, like lifting weights and stuff. There's an astronaut Ava, and possibly a version of Ava where she is a vet. It looks like she's holding an animal or something, or maybe she's petting a horse. So it could be like equestrian Ava, something like that. This is basically it's Ava, but Barbie dolls, but it's Ava clone real life shape. So it's Barbie Avas, is that the best way to put it? Anyway, so this could either be a dreamy sequence for Sarah, so she's going to be loving it, or it's a complete nightmare scene for her. But I'm putting some early money on there being like maybe like a stripper version of Ava or something along those lines, because that would be very unlike what we see with Ava most of the time. So yeah, you know, I wouldn't mind seeing it, but that's, you know, I wouldn't be surprised to see it either. The Bollywood part... It's Legends. It honestly is just typical Legends. Like, I don't know how the hell that's going to play into the episode, the Bollywood musical part, but you know what? Go crazy, Legends. I'm just interested to see how you manage to make it work. You know, go for it. Just make it make sense in however you want to do it, but you know, go ahead. In regards to my predictions for the back half, I am expecting some people to leave the Legends. Constantine, I think, is like 100% confirmed that he would leave anyway. I think this is basically almost to wrap up his story in the Arrowverse. Hence bringing like Nergal in and like stuff from his past, and it wouldn't surprise me if like there's some Astra stuff brought up again as well. In regards to who would leave, I don't know, but I think for the last season of Legends they might want to have maybe one or two new characters. Like, I say like next season is going to be its last season, just because I don't know if they would continue Legends after season 5. They might use it to like tie into Christ on Infinite Earth and then sort of wrap it up after that. But I'm interested to see what they do. As I said, we've got 8 episodes straight, no breaks. So yeah, I know some people don't like Legends that much this season. I'm still enjoying it. So I am actually interested to see where it goes. But yeah, you know, I'm excited to see where it all does go. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like on it to show your support. Let me know in the comments section down below your various opinions on this video. What are you looking forward to most from what you see in the trailer? What are your thoughts on Neron as the villain, Nergal coming back into it and stuff like that? Let me know all your opinions down there in the comments. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.